We have a pull-out kitchen.
We watch the sun go down over the same hometown, like so many times before. We look at the
Hi guys, welcome to my channel of Diana Nomad Journal. This vlog is gonna be totally different. I'm sorry if I'm talking a bit like low and weak and sad. It's because last week we had COVID, so that's why now I'm okay to film, because last week we were just so terrified and bad. I think it was the worst week of my whole entire life of how I processed COVID. Something that you think it's not gonna get to you. I think in 2022 everybody's catching COVID. With this new variant, there's less death, but everybody's just, there's no escape. So we were road tripping with our van, which I didn't even do a formal introduction to our van life because it was just such a big change for us. And it was just so hectic and overwhelming, stressful living in a van. The heat in Australia is so different from any other place in the world. It is just so freaking hot. So we did have some very stressful weeks. I think we were living full-time on the van maybe 3 weeks, traveling and so, and it was tough. It was tough, especially I caught COVID first on the van, and yeah, it was not pretty. I was just so tired, my body, it was terrible. I was so terrified, and I am so grateful that we're feeling so much better now, because I was just so terrified. I think, and I give you guys such a big hug to all my friends on Instagram that were very supportive and just kept track of how we were and how we're feeling. And miracles do happen. I was just so desperate, so stressful living in the van with COVID, so we found this beautiful apartment, which I say beautiful because it was just, I needed a place to stay. I felt homeless. It was just so scary. I was sitting in a park at 3 a.m. Looking at the stars, looking at the sky. I couldn't even cry because I needed my breath to breathe for COVID. And I'm just shaking telling this story because it was very terrified. I felt so alone, stressed, scared, confused, lost. And I was just in the park sitting down and meditating and praying that things will get better in the next few days, and that we would find a place to stay, be comfortable, and go through COVID recovery in a healthy and safe way. So that's when we found this apartment, short term for about 2 to 3 weeks to stay, recover, and hit our next plan game, which things have changed. So anyway, I want to show you guys our van. We're gonna clean it up and take some pictures and organize our stuff, because I'm gonna do a van tour of how we were living for a few weeks or months. Before the van, we were doing full-time camping, which was so cool. I actually enjoyed more camping because we always had a legal place to sleep, and we would stay longer terms at a spot and just enjoy and discover around, rather than in the van. We were like every 2 days moving. We were sleeping clandestine and illegally around parks and beaches and stuff, especially around the city when we didn't find free camps. So it was way more stressful, which we thought living on a van was gonna be less stressful, but it was definitely really hard for us, especially because we didn't have a home base, so all our stuff were in the van. So I'll show you guys that. Here comes Marvin. Oh, my love. Here we have the fridge. So I was cleaning it up. Here's Marvini doing some cleaning as well. And we're gonna organize it to take some pictures.
On the floor.
So today I'm gonna give you guys the official van tour because we are cleaning all of it out, taking pictures, and putting it on Marketplace for sale. With all the sadness in my heart, I think this is the right thing to do because it did stress us out a bit, van life. We were already tired of traveling full-time since before we started van life. We were camping and traveling full-time for about 6 months without having a proper base home. So it was a bit more difficult. And our plans are to go to Western Australia. So yeah, we should have thought about it a bit better before, but anyway, we wanted to give it a shot of van life. It is beautiful waking up in front of the sea, traveling to new places all the time, and just always going wherever you want with your little home on wheels. But it does also have its cons, and honestly, I don't know how people do it for so long and full time. You guys are fucking legends.
Alright. Where are you, bro? What you doing here?
Bothering Marvini because he hates when I vlog. So we had lunch, brunch. Marvin cooked for me a big breakfast wrap, which was so good. Honestly, that filled me up for the whole lunch. Oh no, wait. I'm filming.
No, but this is not my problem. I'm watching.
This is us when we live 24/7 together.
And it's not too bad.
And yeah, so now Marvin's gonna cook dinner and I'm gonna go shower.
Move on.
Let him do his job. Ay. This is quarantine with this boy and living in the van.
What, besitos? ¿Y calma? Is that? No, I don't. Okay. Get out of here.
Say hi.
Hi.
Look at the height difference.
Where are you, Diana? Perfect.
No,
I'm not alone.
This is my video. So, any words?
Te amo.
Oh.
Caleb Stone, you're under arrest for arson.
Karen works
This
internationally.
is my spa day.
Files on him. Maybe something there can help us. That is assuming
Doing
that
a
you
full-on
would actually
facial.
share the intel with us.
There you go.
The longer could be
Doing a
enough.
full-on facials on
If you
Netflix.
could pull the CIA files, that'd be a big help.
So I can reboost my energy and start tomorrow with 100% of energy.
Jen, come.
No.
Actually, my skin is really clear. I'm so happy.
It was Crawford,
I
wasn't
also did my nails on
it?
my
Something like
own.
that.
I'm gonna officially do our van tour after so many months after. We just traveled in it for about a month because honestly guys, van life is fucking hard. I don't know how people do this full time for a whole year, but I'm gonna show you guys where we've been traveling around. So this was our home on wheels. It's quite small. Here we have our little kitchen. Here was our sink where we washed all the plates with water. Here we had all our pantries of quinoa, pasta, rice, condiments, all of that good stuff. Here we had all our plates, utensils, water, bucket, the gas. And many of you guys asked how we cook. This is how we cooked. We have a pull-out kitchen, which is pretty cool. The kitchen was actually comfortable. Just in Australia, it is so hot. So all the time it would be like burning hot. We don't have like a proper shade here. So I would always put like an umbrella, shake this part up, and cook. So this is how we cooked full time on the van with our pull-out kitchen. Here we have a fridge. So this is multi-use. This is a fridge store. This is our fridge. All our food. And then when it was not so hot, this became my sofa. So just chill here. Sofa. And when I wanted to work, this became my desk. So obviously this was fucking multi-use. And this was my beautiful pop-out DIY desk, which I honestly loved and was so comfy. So this is where I would try to work most of the days with my computer.
Who built that?
My amazing boyfriend built it. And then this was our bed, which was actually super comfy. We had the fan up here, which honestly never got hot at nighttime, but during the day it was just like impossible to be inside the van. It's just so hot, and in the city we had to sleep clandestine to sleep for free most of the nights. So that was another thing that was pretty annoying. We also have a pop-up shower, private, so you can get completely naked and shower outside, which is really awesome. And then toilet facilities, Australia is really good with that. There's always free public toilets around the city, around the beach, around campsites. Anywhere you go, you'll most likely find a toilet. So that was okay for the most part, unless they close the toilet down at 9 p.m. and then at 10 p.m. your body decided it needed to take a shit. That's where it got fucking complicated. But other than that, van life was pretty cool, but it is really hard and stressful. So that's why we've only lived in the van for about 3 weeks, and sadly we're selling it and moving on to our next adventure. It was not planned. This is not how we planned it. We were planning to travel full time on the van longer, but shit happens, and anyway, we gotta do what we gotta do, and however you feel better, it's the most important. So yeah, that was my little adventure in the van, our little home for a bit. So yeah, it's definitely something to remember, hey?
Same old stars, battle the same old wars, like so many times before. And I know that we're not perfect, but I'm gonna miss all that we had. Yeah, I know that we're not perfect, but I need this night for the last time. Stay. No, you're gone in the morning, but I'll be okay if you stay. the fun times we had. I'll never forget. We will always share a bond no matter what. 'Cause you have a piece of my heart. And I know that we're not perfect, but I'm gonna miss all that we had. Yeah, I know that we're not perfect, but I need this night for the last time. Stay, stay. Know you're gone in the morning, but I'll be okay if you stay. Stay. Know you're gone in the morning, but I'll be okay if you stay. Stay. If you stay.
Hello, so we just came back from the supermarket and a little cafe brunch, which was so good to actually get out of the apartment for a bit. Here in Australia, if you're vaccinated, you only have to do quarantine for 7 days. After 7 days, if you feel good, you should be okay to go out. So either way, with mask and protecting ourselves, I think we've been in quarantine for like 8 days. So we are feeling a lot better, thank God. It was just a really big bad moments we had, because it did hit us pretty hard. It hit us in a moment where we were very stressed and not in the best recovery conditions, because we were doing quarantine in a van and in a campsite. So it was very, very tough. We are so lucky we were able to find this mini private apartment for us. So I'm very grateful for that, for those opportunities that just pop up, and especially the solutions that we look for, because I think throughout the last years, I've really encouraged myself to not be overwhelmed or stressed about problems, but instead to think fast and look for solutions and just keep moving forward. And I think that's something that helped me out a lot during tough times in all these months of my life. So we were in a moment where we needed to find something private to do quarantine. The government was not giving response to us to do quarantine in a hotel that they recommended or paid for. So I was like, okay, fuck this shit. Looking for my own solutions, and we found one. So we did find a solution, so that was great. Anyway, sorry for talking so much. We just bought groceries. I think we did a big grocery last week, so I think it lasted 8 days. Now, like I showed you, we need to restock. So it's my turn to organize here, and I'm so happy for a big fridge and all to ourselves, because all the time here in Australia, all the time you share a house with like 3-4 people. That's scary. With like 3-4 people, and you always have to share the fridge, and you only get like one stand for yourself. And now we have our whole fridge to ourselves, so it feels so good. So yeah, let's organize. Now it's so good to see my fridge all to myself without any roommate sharing, and so beautifully organized with lots of veggies and food. Super grateful for that. Ta-da! So now I have to organize this part of the kitchen. I have some stuff to wash, and actually I have to organize the whole house and all my stuff, because all my stuff needs to fit in my luggage, because we might be traveling to Western Australia in plane, and we're just gonna take one big 20-kilo luggage. So all our shit that we have, we need to get rid of, more than we've already have, and fit it all in one luggage. So I do need to clean the whole apartment, but I have time. I have like about 2 weeks, so I'm definitely gonna do that this week, little by little. So yeah, sometimes I wish cleaning can just be like magical spirits, something like that, where you just
If you say, no, you're gone in the morning, but I'll be okay. Till the sun goes up, yeah, for a little moment. Just hold me closer, I'll be okay. Till the sun goes up, yeah, for a little moment. Just hold me closer, I'll be okay. We watch the sun go down over the same